Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of United Talks Podcast. And today we're doing the player ratings from the match review that we just did of Man United versus Bournemouth. It was a chaotic game at the Vitality Stadium. It was a dramatic Friday night as Temme Manchester United fought to a 2-2 draw, and Bruno Fernandes was the hero again with a goal and a forced own goal. What do you want to call that? An assist? Yeah, but Harry Maguire's red card also turned the game on its head. And basically, a whole lot of things, right? There's the red card, the Amad penalty that was not given, the Bournemouth high press, as well as the refereeing inconsistencies that we noticed in the game. As it unfolded, it was a frantic start. Frantic start with Amad forcing a strong save from the Bournemouth goalkeeper, as we talked about in the match review. From Petrovic, from Georgi Petrovic, and Ryan also dragged wide just a few seconds later. And the best chance in the first half fell to Fernandes, who was, picked out by a cross that he actually hit from the back post, and it kind of, went, and Petrovic's leg just kind of dragged it wide. Dragged it, saved it. But Bruno Fernandes put up a good performance, another man of the matches as well. Scored the penalty and created the chance for Heel to score the own goal and all of that. But it was a very disappointing game, if I must say, with regards to the way Man United approached it after the first half, and all of that. The way Man United approached it after the first half, it was a very disappointing game. But it is what it is. And I think also a few players need to be held accountable when it comes to how Man United have come up with this draw against Bournemouth. But we're here to break it down. We're here to break down everything that happened in the game. But here is the player ratings. I've already given you the stats in the match review. Junior Krupi actually got the goal that sealed our fate in the draw, and it feels like a draw. It feels like a loss. But the referee needs to also be consistent. Now we're going to start with the starting lineup, basically with the player ratings. Senne Lammens started in net ahead of Senne Lammens started in net, and it was pretty much the same starting lineup as the game against Villa. Yeah, against Villa. So Shaw, Maguire, Euro, Diallo, and then Mainoo, Casemiro in the defensive midfield role, double pivot. And then you had Cunha, Fernandes, Amad as the three, and then you had Mbeumo. And at some point, it felt like the game, like I said, was a bit frantic, and we're having some passages of play when Bournemouth attack us. We get intricate passing, we break out, and yeah, we start playing. And then basically, it turned out that things just happened the way they happened, right? That's why I'm so disappointed. Now, looking at player ratings, we'll start with Senne Lammens. Senne Lammens in net, he gets a 7.0 from me. 54 touches in total, 90 minutes played, 3 saves, 2 goals considered, and all of that. But then 22 of 39 passes, 56%, accurate long balls for the 14 of 31, which is worse than what the last. Okay, so 6.5. The Lammens also did well today. It's expected. He won his ground duels 100%. He won 0 duel 100%, and all of that. But yeah, it's been just it's an okay game for him, an average game, 6.5. Another person we have to talk about, I have to call him out because this one he didn't have a really good game in the first half. He had a lot of misplaced passes, one shot that was blasted over the bar. His heat map shows he was all over the place. He just wasn't doing what he was doing the last game against Villa. Maybe because Villa gave us space, or I don't know. They looked very tired and lethargic as well. 47 touches in total, 90 minutes played. When it comes to where I rate players is with their defensive contributions, because defensive contributions kind of tells you what role player played in the game. And obviously, defensive contributions for Diallo is 6. So he gets 6.5 rating from me. Next player on my list is Euro. Good performance again today. Good defensive performance. Was involved in a whole lot. Held his head high. He gets a 7.0 from me today. Did really well. And played the full 90 minutes. And he's going to play loads of minutes until the end of the season, because it's him and Heaven now we have till the end of the season until Maguire comes back from his red card. And I think his red card is about a 2-game or 3-game ban, depending on things. And we have like 8 more games or 7 more games to go. So yeah, this kind of puts a span in the works for everything, right? 8 more games. So, um, 7 defensive contributions better than Diallo, 28 touches, 2 touches in the position box and 2 touches in the final third. Was involved in a whole lot attacking wise as well, but defensively he was involved. So 7.0 from me. Next person on our list is Harry Maguire, 6.0. Was slow today, looked a little bit slow, played 78 minutes. Um, it was his red card that cost us to go um to draw this game. But I'm not gonna blame him for major things, but 6.0 is fair. 78 minutes played, and basically 42 touches in total in the game. Defensive contributions was 12. So you see why he did all of the right things when it comes to doing his job as a defender. With 12 defensive contributions, he had 9 headed clearance, 3 interceptions, 2 recoveries, and was dribble past once, and that was that one that got the red card. His ground dose was 1 of 33, or 1 of 3, which is 33%, and air dose was 2 of 3, which is 67%. Next person on our list, so Harry Maguire, well, didn't perform with 6.0. Next person on our list is Luke Shaw, 7.5. Beast of a performance, underrated, did well to block off Ryan. Few times Ryan had his way, but Luke Shaw recovered really well. Albeit wasn't called up to the England squad, but that's fine. Accurate passes, 26 of 33, 79%. And yeah, pretty much. With his defensive contributions, he had 8 defensive contributions, better than Diallo as well. Diallo had 6, I think. Yeah. So Luke Shaw gets a 7.5 rating from me. Next person on our list is Casemiro. One of his poor games. I think the momentum of the whole game for him changed when he got that yellow card in 24th minute. So yeah, 6.5 from me. Poor game today from Casa. And he just kind of reminded us of why we need to just let him go, man. Like, played 82 minutes, 30 of 38 passes, which is 79%, 7 defensive contributions, worse than what he did last week. I think last week he had 9 or 10, and 53 touches in total in the game, and 4 tackles, 1 clearance, 1 headed clearance, 2 recoveries, and 1 dribble pass once. So that dribble pass once was the one where he got the yellow card. So it's pretty much expected that, Casemiro should have kind of done well. Same thing for Kobbie Mainoo here, 6.5 rating from me. Good performance for the first 30 minutes in the first half and poor performance throughout the second half. His heat map shows that he was all over the place, 53 touches in the ball, 40 of 45 passes, 89%, but that's accurate passes and all of that. Giving credit for that, but 6.5 rating is basically what you get, because obviously we didn't win, and he had 8 defensive contribution, worse than what he had last week, 12. He was finding himself in the right places, but yeah, every other stat was poor. 43% ground duels won and 0% air duels won because he was involved in 2. And yeah, Mainoo, poor game today overall, but if you look at the first half alone, then he was having a good game. Then Amad, good game today, 7.5 rating from me. Did really well as well. Was all over the place. He was helping out attacking offensively and defensively. 47 touches in total. You look at his defensive contributions, then you know what I mean by what Amad was doing. 11 defensive contributions from the right wing spot, even better than Diallo, right? 47 touches, 5 touches in the position box. Was fouled and he wasn't called. 11 defensive contributions in total, 1 tackle, and he had 8 recoveries, 2 dribble pass twice, but 1 clearance, 1 headed clearance, 1 interception, and was involved in ground duels, 3 of 6, 50%. Air duels didn't take part in any of those, and Amad gets a 7.5 rating from me. Next one is the man of the match, Bruno Magnifico Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes gets an 8.5 rating from me. Man of the match as well. Did really well, did what was necessary to get us that point, the point. Can't complain too much about him just trying to run the show. His heat map is just absolutely amazing. He's all over the place and everything in between. He had the most touches in the game, 92 touches, right? So played the full 90 minutes. He's trying to make things happen. Created a goal, created chances created was 3, shots on target 3, block shots 3, 100% shot accuracy. He had basically 92 touches, 4 touches in the position box, 10 passes into the final third, 2 of 10, 2 of 10 accurate passes, accurate crosses, which was 20%. Because I don't know what happened to his corners today, but accurate long balls, 3 of 5, 60%. He had 8 corners, was dispossessed twice, and we saw that in the second half when he was already tiring out. He had 9 defensive contributions, better than Kobbie Mainoo. Yeah, Kobbie Mainoo is in the midfield. It is what it is. 3 of 6, 50%. Ground doors 1. Aerial doors 2 of 3, 67%. Did absolutely amazing. Next one is Cunha. Gets an 8.0 from me. Did really well as well. Was our only outlet as well. You could see he was involved in a whole lot positively. It was good that they took him off at the 82nd minute. 29 of 36 passes, 81%. Chances created 1, possessions 1, and penalties 1. Shots on target 1, block shots 1, and 11 defensive contributions. Like, absolutely amazing work from Cunha right there. So 8.0 from me. Next person is Mbeumo, and I'm going to give him a 7.0, and I know why. I was seeing things that Mbeumo was doing, and it's like, if you're not doing things offensively, you can be doing some other stuff defensively, and you still come up with the goods. So Mbeumo gets 7.0 rating from me. Played 71 minutes, and it looked like it was not happening for him, but he was actually involved defensively as well. He had 6 defensive contributions for someone who's playing as a striker. 13 of 22 passes, 59%. And yeah, like I said, 6 defensive contributions. He had 2 tackles, 4 clearances, and 3 headed clearances. His ground duels was 3 of 4, 75%. Air duels 1 of 4, 25%. Another person we need to look at is our sub in Benjamin Sesko. Played only 19 minutes. Now everybody's going to be clamoring for him to start the next game. Played in 19 minutes. He had only 9 touches, and I wouldn't say there's anything to report other than just a 6.5 rating for just being there. Accurate passes 6 of 9, 67%. And that's it. Air doors 100%, 100 of 100, 3 of 3. And then the next person on our list, Aiden Heaven, nothing much to report. Came on and played only 8 minutes and had 4 touches. Same thing with Manuel Ugarte, came on, played only 8 minutes, had 10 touches. And Mesima came on, played 2 minutes, and he had 2 touches. 1 minute and 2 touches. So, is what it is. Unused subs, Ty Malasia, Tyler Fletcher, Joshua Xerxes, and Tyler Fredrickson. For Michael Carrick, I'm going to give him a 6.5 for this one because game management was a problem. You knew that Casemiro had a yellow card in the first half, and in the second half, you could have taken him off at the 60th minute and tell Ugarte to come and give Kobbie Mainoo cover, because it's that fact that Casemiro got a yellow card, can't put in a tackle. Then, obviously, the game kind of slowed down and died out in the second half. But it is what it is. Yeah, so Michael Carrick 6.5. And then obviously the entire team performance overall, if you just do like the math, is a 7.0 rating for both teams and for Man United. But man of the match for today, Bruno Fernandes. And we'll continue to talk about him because the truth is his stats are basically amazing. Like his stats are telling a different story. And in truth, if you decide not to accept it, that's your own prerogative with regards to Bruno Fernandes and how he has performed. Excuse me, for this team. But we need to acknowledge Bruno and his performance for this team. I don't know. We seem to not want to accept. I mean, Man United fans and fans alike feel like they don't want to accept the fact that Bruno Fernandes is absolutely amazing. But yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. If you haven't already, please do like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't have to miss anything as relates to all things Manchester United. We'll continue to analyze the game. The next video you're going to be seeing much later is the takeaway show to kind of analyze takeaways from the game. And thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, like I said, please do like, share, subscribe so we can get conversations going. I'll see you on the next one. Take care, goodbye, and God bless.